Welcome back, guys, to another video that shall be on my channel. This is going to be me reviewing and reacting to players' potential in career mode for FIFA 17. Sorry that I didn't upload yesterday. I was trying to upload this like the review of all the players, but the app I used to record my iPad, which is because I was going to like review my initial reaction to them, the app I used kept crashing and it wouldn't work, so I've had to resort to the old-fashioned way of pen and paper, and then me just sitting in front of a camera, which again will be just the exact same as what it would have been. So yeah, we're going to get straight into it, and there are 20 players that I'm going to be reviewing. It'll be a brief review, but out of the 20 there are four that can get a maximum of 90 rated as their potential. So the first one will be Dele Alli. Now, amazing for Spurs last season, amazing for England in the Euros, I want to say. He's alright, he's young, he can learn, he'll get experience, and I think 90 rated is actually going to be quite good, as I do believe he's 80 rated at the start of the game. So that's a good plus 10 growth for Dele Alli. Next is a player that didn't even start FIFA 17, FIFA 16. He weren't on the starter database for FIFA 16, and it's Ousmane Dembele, the French right winger, I want to say, that plays now for Dortmund. Used to play for Rennes, I believe, a French club. Yeah, I don't really know much about him. I know he's got a good future ahead of him, and that's all I really know about Ousmane Dembele. Let's just see if he can live up to his potential, which will be 90. Next up is not Marcus Rashford, he comes later. Renato Sanchez. Renato Sanchez, again, weren't on the game at the start of FIFA 16. Played for Benfica, I want to say, and then got a big, massive money move to Bayern Munich, where we all know he's going to win trophies and he's going to grow and he's going to be one of the best midfielders in the world. Won the Euros with Portugal. I think that was the first European competition he has been at, because he is 19. And yeah, I do believe he's going to have a good future ahead of him. Following Renato Sanchez, we have Anthony Martial, one of the EA, like, I want to say one of the EA, like, you know, at the start of the game when they like have the four players of Martial, Hazard, Rodriguez and Royce. Martial was one of them. He was one of the cover stars at the start, so he has been given a 90 rated potential. I believe he starts off as an 82, I want to say, 81 or 82 rated. So that's a good 8-9 growth, which is a good for a player. Martial, yes, he does play for Man United, but yeah, he's got a good future ahead of him, and I feel like he is a good player. Moving on to players that have an 89 potential, but the first one is Marco Asensio. Don't really know much about him. I do believe he's a centre back. Plays in the Spanish league. Did alright, I guess. Well, he's got to be a well-renowned young player if he's got 89 potential in FIFA 17. So we'll have to see how well he does in the future of football in real life, and let's see if people can get him to 89 in career mode. Next up is Alen Halilovic. Again, he was one of the young prospects of last year's game, and he is again this year with an 89 potential. Croatian, I do believe he's recently transferred in the game, so you won't be able to get him on the first year of your career mode. You might be able to get him on loan, but I don't think you'll be able to buy him straight away. But you know, get him in the second year, I don't think there'll be not much difference, unless you do start Hamburg career mode, which is the team he has moved to. Next is again a player that was known well last year, Yuri Tielemans. He's a centre mid, Brazilian, Belgium, that plays for Anderlecht. And I signed him quite a lot in FIFA 16, and yeah, I do believe he's a good player that's going to have a good potential and good future in the game. Moving on to a player that I personally feel is one of the best defenders in the world. Will be one of the best defenders in the world. It is Kurt Zouma. French, plays for Chelsea. He's currently injured. Nasty injury he picked up at the end of last season against Manchester United. Hopefully he's got a hope for a fast recovery from. I think he's back in training now. I don't think he'll play against Swansea on the weekend, but he's getting better, and he's a good player. He's a good defender on his day. Well, not on his day, every day. He's a good defender, and he's not afraid to make a challenge. And he's one of the best defenders at Chelsea. Now, there's quite a lot of players that have got 88, so I'm just going to briefly run through them as I don't really know much about many of them. So Julian Brand is the first one who's 88 rated potential. Yeah, I did have a player career mode with him last year. He's alright, I guess. Kingsley Coman, again, well renowned as one of the best youngsters in the world. Played for PSG, Juventus and Bayern Munich, and he's already won 3 titles at only the age of 20, I want to say, which is quite amazing, considering he's only 20 years old, as I said. And yes, he has got a good future in the game, in real life, and probably even on FIFA 17. Next is Angel Correa, striker, had a good potential last year, will probably have a good potential this year. You know, that's alright. Mahmoud Dahoud, he's a great CDM on the game. Pick him up if you can. He's quite cheap, and he's got an 88 potential, and he's probably one of the best CDMs apart from Kante I've ever used on FIFA 16. Whether he can be as good on FIFA 17, we'll have to find out. Donnarumma, the next Buffon, Bril Donald and Bolo, again same as Halilovic and Tielemans, one of the youngsters from last year's game. Jose Maria Jimenez, the Uruguayan strong link to Godin, the future Godin at Atletico Madrid. He's going to be quite expensive at the start of the game because I do believe he's 83 rated, but he does grow to 88. Iheanacho, the Manchester City Nigerian striker. He's a good striker, I guess. He can score quite a lot of goals, or can score when he is asked to. Charlie Musonda is the next player, currently on loan to Real Betis, I want to say. Chelsea player. He's on loan from Chelsea, so yeah. He's got 5-star skills, so that's always a good thing. And he's a left midfielder, and Belgium next Hazard. Just saying that now. We've also got a person called Leminos. Again, I don't really know much about him. Potentially he does have. Saul, the centre mid, plays for Atletico Madrid. Again, he's going to be quite expensive as he's got 83 rated on the start of the game, which is actually quite high. So yeah. Marcus Rashford, first time he's going to be on FIFA, 77 rated at start, 88 rated for his first potential. That's quite decent. Marcus Rashford is a great striker, and he's probably Manchester United's best striker, as I don't really like Ibra, even though Ibra can score. Ibra's not really the striker. He's not young, he's not pacey, that Rashford does give United. And finally, it is Antonio Sanabria. Again, don't really know much about him. I know he was a striker on last year's game that everyone was like hyped about because he's got good potential. He's got good potential again, 88. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. So if you have liked this video, do leave a like, do subscribe if you're new around here. Check out FIFA Duo and my Facebook page. Well, it's not Facebook page, it's a Facebook group. Feel free to request to join that, so you can keep updated on any, like when I'm uploading, what I'm going to upload, when the video's up. You know, you'll keep up to date, as that's what I use all the time to update people. So yeah, that is pretty much the end of this video. Again, goodbye.